Hi, this is Benandorf. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Victoria 2, Heart of Darkness. Last left off, we of course were still dealing with a few Jacobean rebels here in Japan. Although our Homeland Protection Front is taking care of that, we have the opportunity to take another political reform. So let's see, which one do the people want? 1.29% want free press. And very few. Alright, it looks like harassment's the one to go with. So, harassment it is. Right, and also before we unpause, to load the first army onto the boat, send it over here to Brunei, which does not, in fact, need an upgrade to its port. And yeah, before I unpause as well, I'd like to make sure that all these ports are upgraded. Although I believe they mostly are. We're currently in the process. Oh, and look at that. I hadn't even noticed we are back under our naval limit. After I get rid of this whole rebellion thing, I will certainly take care of building up another army, though. But let's get started. Quick battle, and some miner goes bankrupt. Pretty much all according to plan right now. Engage the enemy here in Brunei. And both of those battles are very quick. So now sending over... Oh, actually, the Filipino rebels have disappeared, so... And why isn't this... There we go. Fleet was not moving. It does look like Borneo might be freed up at some point soon, which might give us a chance to take it, although it's not particularly useful. It does have a little bit of precious metal and a little bit of oil. A decent amount of oil, actually. And another successful battle against the rebels. And another one. Got to the Kasindai right before the rebels took it. Excellent. So now just need to take it back. I'm going to go ahead and raise the taxes on everybody, because pretty soon we're going to need to build some new naval bases, which will be very expensive. But once we get those out, we will be able to lay down some more dreadnoughts and cruisers. So, new, very large, or just increase our navy. Local railway shares. I'm pretty sure Sinai has all max level railroads, which it does. So I'm just going to let them take the lower militancy for what little that's worth. And one province taken back from the rebels. Oh, well, I'm looking over here. Oh, not that one. Recruitment. Let's see. 5, 2, and 5. So I'm going to build armor and artillery for the Africa Corps. And starting to occupy, and very quickly occupying. And there we go. Now we are no longer... Rebels are no longer an issue. While I'm thinking of it, though, I am going to expand all of the forts. At least here on the home islands. But also over in China. So in Manchuria, and Shaanxi, southern Saheeli. Ooh, those already have some pretty good forts. Xinjiang and Suzhou. And that should be enough for now. And we are making money hand over fist. Stainless steel just came out, so additional steel production output. And let's build up another army. Let's see, we don't have airplanes yet, but looks like we have 9 guard, or 9 infantry, 4 guard, 10 artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 artillery. So 1, 2, 3, 4 guard, 1 engineer, and 2 armor. One hussar and 2 dragoons. And then 9 infantry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oh wait, no, we need 10. So 10, there we go. All able to be built here in our homeland, which means we may even add another army. But modern naval doctrine has now finished. What to choose next? Social alienation's not a bad idea. Mass politics, that's the one I will choose. It increases fascist support, so mass politics it is. So there's really not that many other things that are worth choosing at this point. And 25, I'm going to raise taxes on everybody another 10% so that I can really start churning out these naval bases. I'm going to need 240k per naval base, plus or minus a little bit based on prices. So sooner is preferable to later, or rather need a lot of income. I don't know why I said sooner is preferable to later. That made no sense. And the UK is back at war, which means they have jumped ahead of us, or rather they're still at war. It looks like they've mobilized, which has jumped them ahead of us. But regardless, we are still very securely in first place, and we're second place as far as industrial score, and quickly closing the gap with France. Poland is trying to be free again, but I'm not interested in getting involved in that crisis, which means nobody else was, and poor Poland falls by the wayside. And it looks like we're having some trouble getting small arms and artillery. Oh my. We do, however, need to go ahead and expand some of these factories in Shandong because we have far too many unemployed craftsmen there at the moment. And Tunisia has insulted us. We'll take the CB, though we won't use it. And hopefully there will be, well, I guess they only build one factory at a time in Shandong. So I was going to say hopefully the capitalists will take care of it. Anyways, moving transport fleet back over here to the home islands, just to have a central place to keep them. And additional attack for our navies. Strengthens our already powerful navy even further. But we are not getting any of the goods needed to build all of this. That is unfortunate and a little annoying. And annals of Bifaran history, Bifaran. Either way, gonna let the rich become more conscious. And let's take a look at some of these movements. Sorting by size. Ooh, safe working conditions. They're very interested in this. But we do not have enough that will actually take any, or we will not have anybody to vote for enough of these social fascist vote yes either way. Anyways, we don't have enough to vote for social reforms. Perhaps with enough lobbyists we will be able to, but I'm not expecting to. So that may be where the rebels are coming from. And by maybe, I mean almost certainly is. We have enough money, so we're going to expand another couple of these naval bases. 3 of them for now. And bringing in tons of cash, which is good because we kind of need it to build these naval bases. Commercial retailers in another state. I think almost all of our states are up to date on that now. But expanding another naval base. And tractor in Nagasaki. Which, yes, is in fact a state, is also a statewide effect. So, plenty of additional efficiency in that entire area. And we are back number 1. So, yes, it looks like... Oh my. Zulu is fighting Transvaal in the world's latest Boer War. But yes, we are back ahead of the UK, but not by a ton. That is a little disconcerting. On the other hand, now that they're no longer at war, maybe we'll get some of this artillery and small arms. I'm regretting having those shut down now, though. And Shandong is... the unemployment's completely outpacing the increase in factories, so I'm going to switch over to capitalists for now anyways. In fact, let's look at how our national foci are doing. Clerks are still doing well. A lot of craftsmen in southern Zahili. Terrorism cells just showed up, which are another of the crimes that can appear and cause some issues. All the tea in Japan. I will let the capitalists have that money. Although, looking at our national bank, they probably don't need it, but... oh well. And we have a little bit of unemployment in Pyongyang, but it will take care of itself here shortly. And we are still not getting all the artillery we need. Let's see what we can do. Oh, it says we should be. And yet, here we are. So what I'm going to do is lower maintenance on both naval and land a little bit and see if that reroutes artillery and small arms to where it should be. No, it would appear it does not. I wonder what the problem is. It's not in high demand. Let's see if we don't automate it, if that fixes things. Okay. So now we've bought it all, but it's still not going where it's supposed to. This may be a bit of a bug. I'm going to try and figure it out. I'm going to sell it all off, and then go from there. Although it looks like nobody wants it. Anyways, upper house just got rearranged. Fascist gained some more space again. There we go. Now we're back at 0 for artillery. Now let's see if they will actually use it to build these armies. It's looking like they are not. Dropping instruction down to 0 for a couple days and then back up to see if that changes it. Tractors in another state, and we have plenty of money, so going to go ahead and expand some more naval bases, which will take like 3 years to complete, but very much worth the time. Once I get all of these through, it will increase our supply by quite a lot. Let's see if it shows. Currently is 48. I don't know what the next one will be, except the colonial range goes up by 300 apparently. And it speeds up the building time, so regardless, we're going to keep expanding. And mass politics just came through. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to do central bank money bill printing. I don't really need the tax efficiency, but the extra administrative efficiency might help in the long run. and it won't take very long. It'll take about 3 months. We have plenty of leadership, so I'm going to create another couple generals. And another free national focus. So I'm going to spend it for clerks in Kanto. And this is annoying. I don't know why we aren't buying any goods for to build up more armies. It's possible that one of our rivals is stockpiling, but it says that artillery is in low demand. That there's a lot more supply than there is demand. So I don't know why this is that I'm having so many problems. I'm going to try again to de-automate it. Sell off all of my stockpile. Oh. And then buy just a few. But oof, a pandemic. I will take the hit in cash and lower the effects. But pandemics still suck. And that is going to be quite a lot of interest. Well, no, not that much interest. It'll take me a few days and then I can pay it back. And I just did a restart to see if perhaps that will allow us to actually get this, actually buy the goods we need. So, getting started again. I wonder who the lucky one will be to go bankrupt. Oh, looks like Kalat. But our economy shook out pretty quickly. Yet we are still not buying any artillery. So let's see. Maximum stockpile. 2-ish. For both of these. And let's see if that changes anything. It does not appear to be. Great. That's because we need more than that to pay for all of this maintenance. So I'm going to try to automate once more. Let's see if that actually makes the difference. Survey says still not. I don't know what the problem is here. This is exceptionally annoying. Like, this is really, really bad. I need that. I need to be able to build new troops. But repaying loans, regardless, I will look into it. It may just be a bug. But we have just gotten another corps. Hooray for us. And losing a few people each, or over, well, yeah, and losing a few each day due to the flu pandemic. But it shouldn't impact us too strongly. Infamy keeps ticking on down. So we might just take another chunk of China here in the near future. Let's see. They have a truce until 1919. So at that point, our infamy will be low enough to just take it without any problems. Central bank money printing just finished. So what to choose next? I'm going to do management strategy. And that will take us through 1918. Still no problems over here in influence. But we're getting plenty of capitalists. Now we can build airplanes. Hooray. Of course, we can't build anything, so... Oh, finally, they have made some progress and are starting to build. Okay. Better late than never, I suppose. Another few cores. Let's get some airplanes up in here. We need 2 over here. So 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 here in Southeast Asia. And where else? That may be, oh, and then 2 here in the homeland. But let's do 1 here and 1 here. Okay. Excellent. So we will now have airplanes. And by now I mean eventually. Fascist rebel organization just increased, as well as some extra recon for airplanes. Let's actually look at their stats now that we're building them. Crappy attack right now, pretty good defense, and 200% support, so they will be sitting behind the lines. And 6 recon. Compare that to the 3 for Hussars, and also note that airplanes have quite a bit of additional. Wow, they become pretty good at attack from the back line. But anyways, quite a bit of additional defense too. And I think they get additional recon, but I may be incorrect there. It looks like 6 is all they get. Still, twice what Hussars are, so not bad. And we're finally actually getting all of these built. Well, finally meaning slowly, but nonetheless. We have plenty of money, so going to upgrade a few more naval bases. Oh, that one finished upgrading to level 2. That one finished upgrading to level 4. There we go. So this should increase pretty significantly the amount of naval supply we have. Probably enough for another stack of 30, which would suit me. A fascist march has happened. I'm not going to take the huge amount of militancy, so going to let this pretty small state become more fascist and take the militancy. More reforms. Let's see. 2.4% want reform for wealth. Before we do that, it looks like the reforms have decreased for, or the, rather the, what is this? Radicalism, I guess, has decreased on all of these movements again. But it's looking like I might have to allow voters. On the other hand, free press is almost as wanted. So I'll go with that one. Voting might decrease our ability to enact more reforms. And I think by the end of this we will become an HM's government, His Majesty or Her Majesty's government, but so a constitutional monarchy, really. But for the moment, we still looking at people's ideologies. If everyone votes, I'm not thinking that we're going to be able to increase political reforms any further. Tensions dissipate in one of in Luzon, which is here in the Philippines. So that's nice, I guess. And let's see, which naval bases still need to be upgraded. That one does. And that may be the last one on the home islands. Looking at it, it looks like it would be, yes. So on to Korea. And our armies are starting to build. Starting to be finished, rather. Some infantry are showing up. Mongolia just went bankrupt, which sucks for them, but another one of those that doesn't really affect us. And we're making money hand over fist, which is good because we're spending it just as quickly to upgrade all these naval bases. Let's see. Oh, I did not realize that Bonin was one of those that we could upgrade. I could have upgraded that a long time ago. But we are almost available to upgrade. Yep, we can upgrade Wake again. And our athletes are victorious. So, hooray for us. But we have dropped down to second place in prestige behind France. We're still way ahead of them, but it's still annoying to be second place in prestige after so long of being number 1. And Kiribati, once I have money, I will expand over here too. Get some more Pacific holdings, just in case. Or some more ports in Pacific, I should say. Civil violence in Laos. Again, choosing intervene immediately, just like I have every time this has shown up. Crisis in Macedonia. And Russia has joined on the one side, France on the other. With Russia joining, or with UK joining in on Russia's side, I'm going to do that as well. Humiliating France is a big plus to me, and as of right now, we have a much higher military score than France does. Pretty much the UK and I, if we back the same side, nobody's going to question us. But more money, so can upgrade another naval base. And upper house gets rearranged. Fascists almost up to 17.5% now. But I'm going to stop there for today. It was a bit of a short episode, but we have started to further upgrade our ports, building up new armies, and adding airplanes to each of our armies. So thanks for watching, and check back soon for more Victoria 2 Heart of Darkness.